You and I operate and are a part of a wider system, a combination of relationships between people, groups, and social institutions, where we share beliefs, behaviors, values, and norms. But what do we do when this very system is oppressive and patriarchal in nature? What do we do when the system facilitates hierarchical ideologies and violence and silences marginalized identities? Radical change is the way to go. If the system is inherently flawed, it must be reworked from its very foundation. A systems change. Systems change is understood as an intentional process designed to alter the status quo by shifting the function or structure of an identified system. This requires big changes in people's attitudes and the way we work. We address the root causes of social problems by changing the underlying structures and getting rid of the components of the system that enable these problems, such as policies, routines, relationships, resources, power structures, and values. The result would be a lasting and transformational change. But we must look at it through a power lens, which demands critical reflection on who is privileged and valued versus who is left out or harmed by the system. A holistic approach to addressing systems change that brings together people of diverse identities. This is something that feminist movements have been working towards for decades. Global patriarchal exploitation is interwoven with other systems of oppression, and feminist systems change centers women and LGBTQ+ persons, and critically looks at the way we engage men and boys. It seeks to shift power from traditional hierarchical structures of dominance to new ways of thinking, such as collaboration and sharing power and resources. This involves taking a step back and evaluating the process, and asking questions like, why am I here? What am I trying to achieve? It's more about how we do things than what we do. So how do we go about doing this? The key is frequent, transparent, and open conversations and a spirit that fosters collective action where everyone is held accountable. Feminist systems change plays a huge role in addressing challenges relating to a lack of resources and opportunities and tunnel vision brought on due to donor-driven processes. More importantly, funders have a significant stake in bringing about a feminist systems change, in removing cultures of unhealthy competition amongst people and organizations working towards similar goals. Additionally, women's grassroots organizations often work in isolation, and their relative lack of recognition and access to networks lead to struggles in effecting a systems change. At MenEngage Alliance, we are doing our part to change this by committing to dismantling unequal power structures and patriarchal systems and advancing a feminist systems change towards social, economic, and environmental justice. We critically reflect on patriarchal masculinities in our work with men and boys at both the institutional and ideological levels, and in efforts to change individual men's attitudes and behaviors. But working at the micro level is not enough. We commit to supporting feminist systems change and to bringing men and boys on board as advocates for systemic transformation. Even the smallest of changes count, and with every little step, we are making a difference. We may be part of a system, but the system cannot exist without us. If we want a better world, we hold the power to enact true change.